Well, good day to all of our awesome internet family. T. Lemont Silver Sr. here with today's training message. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, on yesterday we talked about the importance of you planning your business week and planning your business day. And I want to come back to that and give you some more detailed information. You know, when we do live webinars, very often we will have a poll, and that poll will ask, what's your target income per month in your business enterprise? And we'll say, hey, I want to make, $500 to $1,000 a month, or $1,000 to $10,000 a month. And invariably, the answer that gets the most response is folks saying, I want to make at least $50,000 a month or more. Now, it's one thing for us to set goals, and it's one thing for us to begin to read our goals every day with passion and conviction, as Napoleon Hill says in his landmark book, Think and Grow Rich. But then it's another thing to start doing things on a daily basis to start to get you to that goal. So it's not enough to just to say, I want to make $50,000 a month. Now that's a start. That's a start, okay? But that's not the conclusion. What we need to do is we need to put a string of productive days together. A string of productive days then becomes a string of productive weeks. A string of productive weeks becomes a strings of productive months. Productive months becomes productive years. Okay, so now, if you can't master a day, then how can we master productive years, or a string of productive months, or a string of productive weeks? So let's start with today. Let's start with today. This is what I want you to begin to do with every business day. Now, you may prep the night before, or maybe the first part of the day as you're getting your business day, you start your business day with what I'm about to share. What I want you to begin to do is to plan out business-wise your entire day, one. Two, stick to the plan. All right, so plan out the day and then work the plan. What do I mean? Okay, so today I said I was going to spend the first 30 minutes of my business day in a personal empowerment or spiritual growth exercise. So before I did anything else, now I had planned out my entire business day. Before I did anything else, I did my personal empowerment, spiritual growth exercise. I listened to a video of one of my top mentors, Dr. Mike Murdoch. I knew that I was going to plan out or listen to watch that video for 30 minutes. So guess what I did? In my plan for the day, the very first thing business-wise was 30 minutes in personal and spiritual growth. So my next task for the day is my video post, this video post that I'm doing right now. So I planned out, I know roughly how long it takes me from the time that I turn on the microphone and the video to the time I upload it to YouTube to the time that I send out an email post. So I have my day planned. I know my first task, again, was my personal empowerment, spiritual growth. And I set aside time. I'm spending 30 minutes on that. And guess what? During that time, I wasn't answering phones. I wasn't going through emails. I wasn't going through Skypes. I was solely focused on that 30 minutes of my personal development, my personal growth, okay? Now, I set aside time for this video post, and I'm doing nothing else other than this video post. But I've got a certain segment of time that I've set aside to complete the video post. After my video post, I'm working on a video autoresponder series. I've set aside a block of time for the day to complete that task. I don't start the next task until I've completed the task that's on my task list. Then I've set aside a block of time to set aside simply for communication. This is where I go into Skype. This is where I go into my email. This is where you might go into your Facebook. But I've set aside a block of time for communication with teammates and prospects and what have you. So it's all blocked in. It's all scheduled in. I've set aside some time for marketing training. I've set aside some time for my listing business. So this is what I want you to begin to do. Now, remember, we shared on yesterday that we want you to be full-time. So I knew I had, give me a moment, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I knew I had at least 6.5 hours today to devote to my business, being in front of the internet, to devote to my business. So what I did was I took that 6.5 hour segment and I broke it down. Doing this 30 minutes, I'm doing this. Doing this 1 hour, I'm doing this. Doing this 45 minutes, I'm doing that. Now let me tell you what this does. It makes sure that the time that I spend is productive and not just busy. Too often people confuse being busy with being productive. Too often people confuse being busy with being productive. It is so easy as you build your home internet enterprise to get bogged down in being busy, but it doesn't lead to productivity. So what this does is this, as I make my plan for the day, all right, so I've got to make my plan, and then I've got to work the plan that I made. As I make my plan, it ensures that I'm spending productive time. I'm doing things that help my business, okay? Now, it helps me not to get sidetracked. So, for instance, if I go to my email today, or Skype, and I see something that's intriguing, it's so easy to start watching a 30-minute video or an hour video. Get sidetracked because you've got all these offers, all these shiny new things, the next new launch of this and the next new launch of that. It's so easy to get sidetracked that you end the day and you weren't very productive. Now let me tell you the other thing this does. By having your day planned and then by following the plan, at the end of your business day, you have a feeling that you were productive. You have the feeling that you were successful. Dr. Mike Murdoch, one of my mentors, give me a moment. This is what he said as I was watching him today. He said, success is the obtaining of your goal. Success is the obtaining of your goal, and to have ultimate success, you want to string a series of small successes, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And one of the ways to do that is for today to be a successful day. So now how will I know if my today is a successful day? Well, because I've already planned out my day. So my goal was to spend 30 minutes in personal and spiritual growth. Guess what? I've already done that. I was successful because I attained the goal. The goal was to spend 30 minutes a day on personal development, spiritual growth. I did that. I was successful. The goal, number 2, was to complete a video post within a certain period of time. I'm doing that now. I'll do that in the certain period of time. That will be another success nugget. My video responder series, I've got a certain amount of time that I've set aside for that. I will work within the confines of that time. I'll finish that within that time. If I don't complete everything, guess what? I'll come back and that'll be a part of my plan on tomorrow. But then when I finish my business day, I will walk away knowing I was successful today. And then tomorrow, I'll have my game plan for tomorrow. And at the end of tomorrow's business day, I will walk away knowing I was successful. So if you want to generate $50,000 a month, if you want to generate $100,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month, whatever your income goals happen to be, they start with you being successful today. So how do you become successful today? Make a plan for the day, follow the plan. Make a plan for the day. I'm going to spend 30 minutes in personal development and growth. Then spend 30 minutes of personal development and growth. I'm going to spend 2 hours in my listing business. Let's say you're a DS domination. Then commit the 2 hours uninterrupted. Now, 2 hours doesn't mean it's got to be 2 consecutive hours. It might be 1 hour here, and then you go and do something else, and you come back for an hour. But if you say, I'm going to spend 2 hours today, get the 2 hours in. Do not let your business day end until you've completed the 2 hours so that you can end your business day knowing that you were successful. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if this series of training is beneficial to you, then I want you to do me a favor. I want you to like the video. I want you to leave some sterling comments. And more importantly, I want you to apply this training to your business. Make it a productive, profitable, successful day. We love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours.